But Ben Arbuckle, the offensive coordinator from Washington State, is heading down to Oklahoma. Now his quarterback,
John Mateer.
Yeah, right. Mateer also hit the portal today. Joe, I got to be real with you. I thought Oklahoma, this is one of the sneakiest hires that you could have made. A top 30 offense. Washington State was 27th in the country in total offense. Your thoughts on Brent Venables' move? And by the way, basically a day and a half after you lose to LSU to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah, I think that this is a very aggressive and creative move. And it kind of reminds me of the Andy Kotelnicki hire that we saw from Penn State, not from the terms of scheme, but just in terms of premise. Because Kotelnicki was at Buffalo. He was a riser. He goes to Kansas. He does so many great things in a bigger spotlight. And then he comes to Penn State and really revamped an offense that badly needed creativity. And that's what you're getting with Arbuckle, who comes from Western Kentucky. In 2022, he was the man leading an offense that was ridiculously productive. And he was able to get great production out of Cam Ward and even better production out of John Mateer. This past season, they put up a shitload of yards, especially throwing the ball through the air, that they were averaging 268 per game, 9 yards per attempt. This is the identity that Oklahoma's played with. You're not going to suddenly start running the football at Oklahoma. You're not going to say we're going to run Michigan's offense and we're going to go 2 tight ends and under center and focus that way. Getting somebody who wants to be aggressive through the air and airing things out, it's the way to go.
So I think for me, if I'm Oklahoma, I'm like, so do we have a quarterback now too? And what happens with Jackson Arnold? So Mateer, man, I think more than anything, look, he ran for 826 yards and 15 touchdowns. I know that the schedule's not the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, the biggest thing with Arbuckle that I'm really interested to see, okay, they had a lot of balance this year running the football too. I mean, look, they ran for 170 yards per game, 171.6 if we want to be exact, on 36 attempts. They were actually running the ball more this year than they had done in the past, obviously with Cam Ward, that coming off of the style and presence of Mateer. I think that in the SEC, teams that can play good defense, Oklahoma's got that. I mean, it's not like that they're bad and hurting defensively. And a team that can run the football can win football games. Now, Mateer's, if he does come in, there's going to be critical third down situations that he's got to convert. I think it's a really good hire by Brent Venables.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always interested with guys that don't necessarily have historic SEC ties. Joe, historically, I'm not saying it's happening here.
Yeah.
Because I've literally seen Denbrock do it. I mean, he didn't have SEC ties. He did it last year with the best overall offense. How does it translate? And that's going to be the question. But if you get Mateer and you get Arbuckle to come in here, you're an O-line away, man. Now, you got to get some receivers. You got to get some playmakers. But you can start rebuilding this offense and start building yourself into the SEC.
Just a follow-up point before we jump in and hit the break here. Understandable on your SEC point, but the thing that I would counter with that I think helps him, he played college football in Texas. He was a part of the Houston Baptist coaching staff. He was born in Texas. So being from the just general region down there.
You know what I meant by SEC.
Right. No, I know. It's not me correcting you. It's you just me providing, he might not have coached in the SEC, but he at least has been around the area. It's not like we're pulling a dude that's from Washington and he doesn't know what it's like.
Fair, very fair. And look, we're going to find out here, okay? We're going to find out. Look, I think Oklahoma is a couple of seasons away, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Getting a very close-up look at them this week, look, man, that O-line's very bad. And I don't see a world where it starts getting better here. Look, man, Jackson Arnold, I said the same thing about Haynes King yesterday on the show. Say the same thing about Jackson Arnold. Joe, I have no idea if Jackson Arnold gets a fair shake about how bad things were. I really don't. No. I saw the dude make some insane throws Saturday. I'm like, bro, that's a 5-star throw, man. That's an NFL throw, okay? But I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe Jackson Arnold does say. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
BetOnline remains your top spot for all of your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, NHL are all in full swing. BetOnline is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to BetOnline today and use promo code BELIEVE. That's BLEAV for 50% off your first deposit. That is a 50% welcome bonus. BetOnline, where the game starts.